Oh, and the video capture device isn't working because it's in Discord. So, hello everybody. I'm Fire of Life 2018, also known as Sean. You're watching my channel, and I know this is not D&D. I'm sorry, it's dead. We can hear the echo now in my camera. Hey, at least we know the audio is working. So, welcome in to Nerd News Now, which we're totally going to have a thumbnail for shortly. But we're in Discord, is why you can't see me right now. So let's just switch over to the Discord, and then we can see everybody. Our guests with us today are... Oh, where did Bat Coaster go? Oh, I thought we said that when we were like... I'm not ready. You came back and I'm special. Alright, anyway, so back to this. Hey, we can vamp. Vamp. Right, Brandon really wants the D&D again, and I'll do it for the views. So if you guys are missing D&D, you better let us know that you wanted us to see it. So, like, make Brandon happy and beg for D&D. The email address is in the bottom. You can go all kinds of Karen in the comments. Go ahead. Right. I think we're going to do this Nerd News Now every Wednesday, 9 to 10. And we're going to do some, like, basically, I'm going to talk about some nerdy topics. I'll probably make them watch some things, maybe play some stuff in the trailer. So that kind of thing. And then I'll maybe get their reactions to stuff that nerds me out. I'll see if it nerds them out and how they feel about it. Ba-da-bum, ba-dum, bow, ah. I bet there's tons of people who don't even watch anime. Damn. I mean, so like we know what nerds out Brandon. He's gonna have Anime Corner and Dungeons and Dragons Corner on the Nerd News Now podcast. All right, so I'm gonna switch back into the live scene because I didn't realize he was gonna be gone for like 8 hours. We need that. See, like I need the ability to run up that like meme of SpongeBob. It's like 8 hours later. But I'm gonna put this. Yeah, so that's a thing. So we're talking about Brandon is Asher Maid. He is the dungeon master. So if you have Dungeons and Dragons issues, comments, creations, go to Brandon. That's what you do. Keith is definitely all things bats and probably Final Fantasy at this point. I feel like he's played more Final Fantasy than both of us put together. I think Keith does not recognize his expertism in Final Fantasy. Oh, you know tons of things at this level of play. Tons. That's important. Not that if that's a great trick. He says not how to die. That's a great trick. Oh, see, I guess I don't get that most time. I actually people tell me when I'm like, is there special something special? I guess I ask differently. That's the thing. Anything special I should look out for. See, so you'll be good for this. So if I told you, like, say next week, Wednesday, 9 o'clock, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to nerd out about something. I mean, if you need to nerd out about something, I can record it and then play it back later. All your word things. Well, I mean, we plan to do it every week, so keep up with your news and stuff, and then you could like give us the nerd news down run cap. I think can you do it in the Ollie Williams voice? That's what we really want to know. It's nerdy! And it's got some coffee? What the hell? Yikes. Okay, so I'm going to try to share this into Discord. This is going to be the first thing we're talking about. But now I have to fix the stream, it looks like. Okay, well, that's not a technical difficulty. I knew I'd have to do this. So can you guys see in your end what I'm streaming in my Discord? Like you can see the YouTube channel and such. Well, it should be streaming in the Discord. I don't think that's okay that they can't see this because it would cause me. Oh, there you go. I was like, it's probably going to cause me copyright issues regardless. This is League of Legends lore, and it's like I've played League of Legends for like 10 years. League of Legends is a MOBA. It's a multiplayer battle arena game, and it's free to play on PC. If you want to play on mobile, it's called Wild Rift, and it's a low PC using game, and it has 10 years of lore. Like, they've got a whole storyline behind everything involved, and they've now put this into an animated series on Netflix, and it's amazing. But I'm not one of those people who really gets involved in the lore, so I knew kind of sort of the vague lore situation, but I didn't realize how deeply rooted it is. And then I'm like, oh shit, it's a really good plot. They've done a really good job. But the reason we started talking about this was because I want Brandon to play Teamfight Tactics Duo. Maybe you should watch the show. Because the lore is not necessary to play the game. The game and the lore are two separate things. Post it in the Discord, right? I'll link that in the chat. Okay, so that was the Arcane. Like they probably weren't watching it. So, do you know what the Arcane is already, Keith, or did you have a chance to watch the trailer? Ah, wonderful. I'm using my sisters. I mean, they don't know we're not in the same household. Y'all could do that off the camera, though. But so the reason we started talking about this was because Teamfight Tactics was the original thing, and I was like, wow, this show stands on its own. You don't need to know the game to know the show, and you don't need to know the lore to play the game. But the characters are the characters in the same one. So now we're gonna listen to the Teamfight Tactics trailer. I did turn off the music. Well, I guess I turned it off for the stream. You have to turn it off yourself. You have to mute the music spot. So this is the League. This is Teamfight Tactics, the game trailer, free to play on PC. I know they're not really explaining what the game is. Well, we'll explain what the game is later, but this is the trailer. And the cuteness level, because Teamfight Tactics is not like reaction based, and you can play it on your mobile phone as well. They're cross compatible, so you can play on your phone with the same people that play on their PC. It's they kind of have a whole theme. They kind of have a whole theme with that. Team fight team. I wonder if there's a gameplay explanation. Well, I mean, I don't want to use somebody else's stuff just to talk about what Teamfight Tactics is, because I could explain to you how to play the game. I guess I could load into it. But so, like, Teamfight Tactics, do you ever hear of Dota? Okay, so Dota 2, do you know the story behind Dota 2 and Riot? Like, so Riot Games has been around for a million years, yeah? Like, we all know who Riot Games is. They've only been around for like 10 years, actually. And half of their staff came from the same people that created Dota. So Dota was the first MOBA game, like the multi-battle player arena with the theories, and they stole the idea from them to make League of Legends. But their PR department, their art department, their creativity department with the backstories and stuff was way better than Dota's. So like the game, like League of Legends game was better, but they didn't come up with the original concept. So Dota 2 came out. They did a League of Legends update. Dota came out with an auto chess, and now Teamfight Tactics is League of Legends version of the auto chess, and nobody even remembers what auto chess is because that was Dota's version of Teamfight Tactics. Right? It was basically Riot Games stealing all Dota's ideas. But they definitely take it and then make it better because they have all the money. You know, like Dota can come up with an idea, but they don't have the money to follow through as a company. So that's a sad days. But I do love the game, and it's free to play. So they've now come out with a new thing where you get to play Teamfight Tactics Duo, where you get to play with somebody else. And I actually probably should look for that because I've not really seen it. Duo mode. I wish there was where's the League of Legends explanation? Uh, actual League of Legends. I really hate autoplay, gotta say. But I know why they do it, because that means every time somebody goes to their page, it plays that video, and that video gets a like. Yeah, it gets a view just for being embedded. All right, so Brandon, what would you like to talk about today? Take your 5 minutes. Well, Keith was less prepared than you were. At least you knew you were going to have some kind of something to do today. You could talk about D&D. What were you going to do for D&D today? Yes, I do vaguely remember that. S- side levels. Hmm. The murder mystery that took you to so like if you want to see what that is, you got to put comments and like subscribe and stuff. Everybody in the chat who wants to see more D&D, just put at Ashermade. At Ashermade. What the fuck? Oh, that would. And And this, what was the name of this one? And this is all in Japanese, and you're reading it. A dubbed version. I can't do it. I can't. If I'm gonna read a book, I'd rather read a book. What's the difference between manga and anime? I guess I could get more behind manga. What's a book? What's it called? Oh dear. Jawless? Say it again. What's the title of it? Love a dubbed version. So funny. That's the epitome of beauty these days. Different strokes for different folks. It's probably it's probably been fast 5 minutes. Keith, do you have anything you want to talk about today? I mean, some he rambles. He rambles. What do you watch on YouTube? Sounds like it. What are people reacting to? And what's the overarching, like, what's your goal in the game? That's awesome. So I mean, like, that's for a perfectionist like you. It's like perfect. Oh, that algorithm. Which reminds me to like, subscribe, and follow for the algorithm, you guys. Thanks for guys. Poppy or coffee? Nope, never heard of it. Oh, so it's sort of the jump scare kind of games. I mean, I'm not dogging it or nothing. Like, I'm sure it's cool. I think Five Nights at Freddy was kind of the game that would scare the shit out of me. I mean, I was talking to this earlier. I did a stream where I played Satisfactory yesterday for like 5 hours, and they have spiders that come out randomly that I didn't know about that were they literally scared the shit out of me. Like I had to go to the bathroom afterwards. I was like I couldn't. It was scary. It was so scary. What's it's just oh, it's a cute little story and a scary game, so I guess it would be hard to give the preface to. There's always some kind of trend. Somebody plays it for a week and that's all it is. But I mean, like, it's the real replayable games you're looking for. I mean, you put a hand out, people tend to high five it. Ooh, gonna keep them scared in your living room. Heard. All right, so we haven't talked about Wheel of Time yet. Did we watch the Wheel of Time trailer yet? I have a I have a video of yes, this is Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series that's coming out on Amazon Prime on November 19th, and I am nerding out over it. Like I love the books. I'm rereading the books. I've probably read all 13 books at least twice. They came out in like 1984, maybe 86 was the first one. And Robert Jordan actually died before he could finish the series, but he spent his last year writing like the outline and stuff, and his wife was the editor, so they decided together that Brandon Sanderson was going to be the one who finished it, and he wrote the last three, called them the Memoirs of Light, with Judy as the editor, and they were great books. Right, so I'll play the trailer. I've watched it so many times, it's starting in the middle. Full screen. Oh. This is going to be the next Lord of the Rings, guarantee it. Oh, it's on the same kind of epic scale. I'm a little scared. I was in making the video today. I found a clip that disturbed me a little. So, well, because there were some implications in the clip that it wasn't going to be spoilers in order. Like some Yeah, some things happened, and like they're condensing 13 books, but I don't know how many seasons they're getting. So I mean, I know they're gonna have to condense a lot of things, but I'm 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 scared. Yeah, but I mean, the Robert Jordan's book still like he's up there Tolkien-esque. He's up there with the level of Tolkien. If he does something, I think it's going to be more along the lines if he doesn't execute well, it's not going to happen. That's what's really going to. It's going to be if he doesn't execute, it's not going to get a second season because it's not like the story isn't there. Like there's plenty of story to pull from, but I'm kind of afraid that he's going to condense it because New Spring is actually a 14th book and it's a prequel to the Dragon Reborn series. But New Spring is crucial to the development of the main character of the Dragon Reborn series. Yeah. So I have a video on that coming out on the 19th. Look out for that. Look out for that. But I'm excited for Wheel of Time. I Squeed. I think we're all expecting it to do well because Robert Jordan's books did so well, and we all have such high hopes for it. Like it needs to do well, or millions of people will be crushed. There's a lot of us. Like when I went to start making videos about it, I of course have to go check out the competition, see what other people are posting, and what kind of things are what kind of stats they're getting and such. And there's a lot of people putting out Wheel of Time stuff even before the TV show. Like this has been going on for 2 years, and people have been putting out. Especially since once you're interested, you're like, oh yeah, now you see it everywhere. You're probably gonna like this show. You should check it out. That's my primary TV. That's I Amazon. They have a lot of great stuff, like the Marvelous Miss Maisel. That's a great show. They have a lot of good stuff. Right when Jeff Bezos goes to space, I'm a stockholder. Take me with you, Jeff Bezos. Take me with you. Low Earth orbit for like 30 seconds or something. They need to get the space elevator, bruh. Space elevator. No. Oh. right? And your job doesn't even give you a schedule 2 weeks out. Oh, that's not what you said this morning. You told me that you didn't know what you're doing next week because they were still working on it. I was trying to get him. I was trying to get him to commit to going to DC, and he can't give me a day. I just want to plan a trip on a day he has off, and he can't tell me what day he has off. And he's talking about, yeah, let's go to. You gotta plan this months out. That's Thanksgiving. Next week, the week after that. We'll talk about it off stream. I turned the music back on. If y'all had muted it, it is back playing again. Eh. Yeah, you should have just left it. He said bucked off, ladies and gentlemen, with a B, just in case there's like. That seems unsafe. Somebody just called social services. They don't even know. They're just like, what do I do? What do I do? Starlet. Franny was your nanny, you might say. Nobody in stream knows who Mike is. Don't give his last name. Like, oh my god. Like, don't just like throw it. Don't be dropping people. So this has been nerd news now. Horse injuries. Hot news. Hot news now. So the things we covered today. Wow, that the tangent was real. So we went from Disney World to. All right. So what we talked about in Nerd News Now today was we talked about some League of Legends, we talked about the Arcane, we talked about anime, Wheel of Time, D&D. Oh, I saw a really hot guy on Twitch sitting in a full body spider suit waiting for the trailer yesterday, but I didn't unmute it, so I didn't. I mean, did he pull off the body for it? It's important if you're gonna wear full body lycra that you have the body for it. So I don't know why you say like he's 40, like I'm 40. I need you to chill out. That's old. I need you to like chill out. Yikes. Who, me? Or the Filipino guy? I mean, like, I hope so if you're gonna wear a full body Spider-Man suit just randomly. So what's so new about the new Spider-Man? I don't understand. Like, what? How many? Haven't there been like a million Spider-Mans? Did we? Oh yeah, we did. Y'all never reminded me to unmute the audio for yourselves.
Oh shit.
So we've been talking over nothing the whole time. Oh no.
They heard everything I said, but not anything you said.
That's always
That's
funny.
funny.
I wanna like, and I heard myself on the audio, and I was like, oh, the audio works. Yeah, thanks you guys. You're not listening for yourself. You're not listening.
No, I can't. I can't do both because I'm watching on my
Yeah.
phone.
Because I have to hear the headphones. I'm watching on this phone. I have the stream up on the tablet, and I can hear it on the laptop, but the laptop's in the other room.
Yeah,
So that means they got no audio from any of the trailers I played, or
Nope.
Oh
Probably not.
no.
Oh no. You,
that's the whole show. Like we have 8 minutes left in the hour. I'm not, and you know what sucks though is my new computer. Have I told you the story about my new computer?
A little bit, like it came in, didn't work, and then it had a piece that was supposed to be compatible, wasn't compatible, and
All
you
right.
get a replacement because it don't make it anymore or something, right?
Well, let me start at the very beginning. HP is garbage. I bought a pre-built system, and they've basically made it so it's unupgradable because of the power supply being a proprietary power supply. So just remember HP garbage. That's the moral of the story. But then it gets worse because I tried to build my own, and I bought a motherboard that will not give me any kind of visual output. And I did technical troubleshooting with the people that started the motherboard, which is Asus. I might as well put them on blast too because their technical support is garbage. It's garbage because they told me just to send it back, and that was the whole. It would have been 7 to 10 days, not including weekends or shipping. And I was like, map. So I just returned it. Okay, I can turn y'all up.
Right.
Okay, so I just returned it. And bought a new one. So I got the same exact one in a new version since they said it was defective. So I got the same one because I know Asus is a good company. I've bought lots of their stuff before. I like their computers. So I bought another one, and it also doesn't work. But so it must be something I'm doing wrong. So I'm gonna take it to a professional computer person tomorrow, and it cost me money to get them to assemble it, I guess. But I can't believe I don't know what I haven't done to it. He's probably gonna be like, "Oh, this pin needs to go there." That'll be $65. Like, I guarantee it's gonna be something stupid and easy.
But that's what they do for living.
And that's gonna be $5,000, sir. Thank you.
HK is watching us, by the way. He's in the chat.
Yeah.
And we talked about having you on this show because you're definitely nerd king. Like, if I get Nix in here too, I'd definitely have to give him only 5 minutes. But I would invite Nix to this too, like Nerd King Nix. But
Karamaki like Spider-Man all the time.
maybe. I wish. I don't know why you say that. I feel like every time somebody's like, "Hey, how do you do this dungeon?" He's all like, "Oh yeah, you stand over here and you hit this guy and you don't hit this guy at this time, and then you hit this guy." You know, like
He is our resident expert on dungeons.
he's the shot caller, and that's huge. People want to know what the new dungeon is and what's going on with the new thing this week and new updates and such on Final Fantasy. Like, if you already enjoy being nerdy, come share your nerd news now.
Come play with us.
Hey, see how I pulled that in?
Join
Also,
us.
like, subscribe, and follow while you're here.
Boom, boom.
So, but I mean, like, do we like this concept? Like, is this something we think we're gonna be able to continue doing? Do you usually work Wednesdays,
Oh,
Keith?
yeah. There's always stuff. There's stuff like this all the time. We can,
mean,
we can,
perhaps.
I think we could definitely.
I need a
definitely
better.
finish through it.
We need a better itinerary or agenda.
You need me to give you things to research? That seems like not fun.
Just pick a story for. Just pick something that you saw the week, and then we'll all have like one story, and then we can peruse general stuff as we hear it or see it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's my original thought for this was that every person, like if I had a guest on, they could give their 5 minute news nerd, like whatever nerd news is their specialty for this week. Like have segments. Like I need to have like because I'm gonna have to build little graphics and thumbnails for each one of the segments so I can like transition from one to the other. And do it like make it look like news. Like graphics and stuff are really what make it looks like a show. So I need to have a better plan.
You should like move the cameras around and be like, this person's focused on, and then.
I mean, I would do that if you had like if you're like that's what I'm saying. If we're gonna start organizing this, I have the ability to do that.
Do you?
That sounds fun.
But that means we need to come up with like a theme. And HK, I'm still talking about you. If you want to be in this, I think you'd be great. You can do this if you have a week that you couldn't be here or something. We could just record your 5 minutes and then I could stream it in your segment. And then we have like a question answer panel after the end, so we can be like, wait a minute, did you say bucking with a B or?
Oh my god. Not Mr. Hands.
So that's my idea. What do you think? You think how do we? If you guys are already committing to being this, what do you want to see as your graphic design? What do you envision your segment to be called?
I have no idea.
I think let me do some of the creative design on my end, but I would like you to be able to have more control over it, your particular segment for sure. What really grinds your gears?
Apparently
Anybody
trademarks.
taller than me?
Yes.
Anybody taller than me with long hair?
That's like
Whoa.
not very many people. Like
Yeah.
you're tall.
I think you need to move to Scandinavia.
Right?
That's probably where you find anybody taller than you. It's probably somebody in the mountains where the gravity
I'm
is
not
less.
I'm not opposed to anyone shorter than me, but things that
Well, see,
the gears
do you
roll.
not remember? That's a Family Guy reference. That's things that grind your
I
gears
remember.
are things that make you angry, not horny, Keith.
Yeah. Well, sometimes horny. Never mind.
Wait, so people who are taller than you make you angry?
No.
That'd make more sense, really, if you had like a
Well-
dominance thing. You were like, I must be the tallest person in the room.
No.
Let me get my high heel shoes on.
I actually work with two kids that are taller than me. One is 6'4", the other one is 7 feet exactly, and it's just like wow. It's been so long since I've like walked into rooms like, oh hey, I have to look up. Oh hey.
Jesus.
Yeah. My 7-foot guy, he's young college kid, and it's funny. Every weekend we do a tally. It's like, how many people are gonna ask him, how tall are you? And we're like, place your bets, and then we do little games like that. It's fun.
I mean, he should have like cards to hand out with all the answers. Here you go. Here's a card.
Every once in a while, he gets the sarcasm out. You know, hey, how tall are you? He's like 5'6".
That's like my height.
Okay, so back to like what we're talking about is to doing what we're doing. So like I have the power to do transitions. Like are you guys watching the stream right now?
I was.
Yeah, I am watching that right now.
Okay,
I'm
so like
watching this
I can do
very
like the
second.
transitions. I can change transitions to whatever. Like this page is like a work in progress for something else, but I can make this page whatever you want it to be. And then I can just switch back to the next screen and I could set up a thing for you specifically to do your little like the transition in between and then a whole new thing. So like all you'd have to do is give me some kind of like guidance as to what you want your like setup to be.
We can send you like a screenshot.
Oh, like that. That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty neat. I feel like we're at the end of the video looking at it like that.
Well, join us in the Discord, HK.
No, I'm just like looking at it.
And you don't have to be camera ready if you just want to join in voice. That is acceptable as well. Oh, he might not be able to because we're in the trials at this point.
I mean, hey.
I don't know if he can even see us. If you join into the general channel, I can add you. I can move you up.
Moving on up.
To the private channel. Because I just didn't want people to slide in. Yeah, so if you join into the general in my channel, I can just... There you go. I'll move you up. Alright, hold on. He's going for a ride, you guys. How do I make this happen? I can't... Oh, shit.
Oh my god, I gotta look that up really quick. That's just like...
I can't change him from one to the other. Hold on.
Did you ever play... Keith, did you ever
Yeah,
play
hey, HK's in the channel now.
I would ever play what?
Marvel vs. Capcom?
I did a little bit.
There's like, there's a song, it's like, I'm gonna take you for a ride.
They're having a side conversation.
Sorry.
Brandon is the most random ADHD person on the planet. Sometimes you really have to like ask him like, what was 2 steps before that sentence just to catch up with where he is.
I mean, like, that's just who I am as a person.
Art is his charm.
Right, that's why I like marijuana. My brain works like that a lot too. You skip a lot. You just get to the every other blop.
I mean, my mind goes faster than my mouth, so.
That's what I'm saying. I get it. All right, so we're talking about doing. Did you catch any of this before you came in? When you said something, you immediately told me that you couldn't hear anything, which makes you a great friend.
No, it just got back from air and we just started to tune in.
Oh, nice. Well, we're trying to do every Wednesday Eastern Standard Time at 9 p.m. We're going to do this little Nerd News Now thing where you get like a 5-minute segment to talk about like your nerdy category for the week.
Ooh.
Are you interested?
I could be, but I'm not sure what to.
I think you could probably...
Topic-wise is like...
We think you're the Final Fantasy dungeon guy. You definitely are the Final Fantasy guy. And like, I'd love to hear what gets you excited about Final Fantasy every week. Is that a troublesome problem? Are you running into not being excited for Final Fantasy anymore?
Oh, maybe a little bit.
After you've now mastered literally everything in the game.
Right.
Talking like, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a master of anything. Literally masters the game.
Okay, so I found that thing I was talking about, and I posted it in the general comments, because it's hilarious.
Oh. Okay, so Sean, do you remember the thing he's talking about?
Nope.
I'm gonna take you for
Oh,
a
the
ride.
Capcom something or other.
Yeah, I found it, and it's there.
Oh, the song. Okay.
But why were we talking about the song?
Because you said I'm gonna take you for a ride, and I was like, I heard that somewhere, and I was like, all right, and then I found it, and I was like, so I posted it.
Oh, see, but that was the whole part. Is that was like
like
6
to
hours
share.
ago.
That was not 6 hours ago. It took me a second to find one that wasn't 10 hours long.
That's respectable. See, that's the kind of thing. I wish I had graphics for this. So, like, when I go back and edit this, I can add in graphics and things and just be like, womp, 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 womp. And the music stopped.
It does that.
And it does that. So I think HK should do something Final Fantasy related, but now's your time to object to that, HK.
I can maybe do a FF14 thing, but I
I'd-
just do not play enough Final Fantasy to be considered like an expert.
I think
feel like
you're
you are an
ridiculous.
expert.
I think you're
think
so
we could-
ridiculous.
Between you
Play
and
enough
Keith,
14.
like we could probably go through any dungeon right now and we'd be perfectly fine.
How many
Between the
dungeons
four of
have you
us.
run in Final Fantasy?
Oh, how would you even calculate that?
I think
I wonder-
there's an achievement, isn't it? Like,
I think there is. I think it keeps up with how many you've done. I want to say that's truth right there.
Well, let's look, because, I have it here in front of me.
I should ask Mr. I don't know if you ever been in chat, but I have AM Wald as another streamer that I watch sometimes, and he raids me occasionally. I probably ought to ask him if he wants to do this situation.
Nice. There's an achievement when you get 50 Dungeon Rage or Trials.
Are you playing the game while talking to us?
So if
You know
you,
I am. I was playing when you tapped me to come in.
it should be under battle dungeons. Check your
Yeah, I
highest
got it.
dungeon siege.
I'm looking at you get one for 1,000,
Y'all are ridiculous.
2,000.
Google.
Okay, so it
Ridiculous.
goes up to 10,000. Oh, so it will tell me here, won't it?
HK, do you want to be on Facecam? Like, you don't have to do it right now because obviously we're live, but do you want to do it next week so we get to see what you look like?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Hey, the mysterious HK will be revealed next week.
It's revealed.
I know. I feel like that's gonna get every free company member turned into my channel next week. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna post it in the free company channel. Be like, you want to see what HK looks like? You gotta come stream next week.
That's funny.
It's gonna be my highest rated channel. That's gonna be it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it coming. I'm just gonna use you to make me a celebrity, HK.
There you go. It's a win-win.
And I call him HK, but what do you want to be called as like your online persona?
I mean, Truth calls him Haru. Is it Haru?
Harumaki.
Or
What
Maki?
the H stands for.
I think he says Haru though. It makes me think of the bunny rabbit from Beastars. Sorry. It's on Netflix.
I don't know either. The references.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to watch it yet, but I it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, not my cup of tea, but I still watched it. If I dedicate myself into watching something, I'll watch it.
Animated? Was it the animal thing you were watching?
Yeah, the Beastar one where they're like talking to animals and they go to high school or whatever.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I haven't fully watched season 2 yet.
There we go. Just under 1,500 if you were wondering about the dungeon.
You've done
That's
1,500 dungeons.
A lot.
Just about. About
I wonder how many
4
I've
ways.
done.
Because you get that Dungeon Master achievement pretty early.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I feel like you're not really a master at that.
That's
level.
what I felt when I got it. I was like, I would not put myself out there like that.
It's like whenever you play enough, and then it's like a lot of new people, you have to tell them, be like, if you don't do the mechanics here, you're gonna wipe.
Yeah,
I mean-
300. If you do 300, you're a Dungeon Master.
But yeah.
Apparently, I've only done about 2.2k.
Oh, only.
Nice.
Oh, only.
And, like,
And I'm not a master. What jobs do you have leveled to 80?
Leveling them just takes time. It doesn't take any mastery at all.
Right?
I'm pretty sure that's not true.
especially if you have your crafters to 80 also.
Right? I mean, I don't know. Crafter, you could definitely pay money to make your crafters 80. See the video in my Discord about that. Great time to like, subscribe, and follow.
I pretty much got all my tanks to almost level 80 without having to do a whole bunch of off the wall content. Like I do a couple of dailies, but then I just dump like the Wanderer's Tale stuff on them and any fates or stuff. You can almost do it without running the dungeon.
I mean,
Same thing I do with White Mage.
I mean,
White
like,
Mage, I completely got to 50 without doing any dungeons.
Nice.
really?
But
Oh, you
getting
haven't
to
even made
50
that yet?
What's that?
No, I was asking if you, because I remember the quest making the cut. That's an achievement you get for doing a certain trial for Odin with White Mage.
Well, I don't know. Would that be a
Do you have the
character?
unicorn?
Yeah. You get that at 30.
yeah, that's the job quest.
Yeah, and I was trying to think.
I was like, and I kicked Odin's butt. all
I feel like
the time.
we missed 2 steps of this conversation again.
No, because like I was saying, like, do you have? I was asking if you had the achievement for making the cut because it's a trial, I think.
Just because, but doesn't everybody get that that goes through White Mage? Isn't that like a?
Yeah, it's everybody.
Yeah,
Oh.
if you get the job crystal, that's what they said. If you get the job crystal at 30, you get the.
I remember it being really hard back when I was trying to do it, and I was like, "Fuck." I can't
That's what
do
she
it.
said. Phrasing.
Oh, we're not
How many?
doing
Gonna see.
anymore.
Gonna see how many references I can make like in a row.
I try not to make sexual innuendos, but it's really hard.
Shing.
That noise in itself is an innuendo.
Yep. My slide whistle.
Keith does that really well with the straw.
Not gonna comment on that.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I think we're actually a little over our time slot because we had like a surprise guest star at the end. And I'm sorry that we didn't like actually. What?
We make the best kind of show. Surprise guest.
Surprise! But next week we'll have like a plan and some graphics and some stuff. So I'm gonna end the stream here, and we're gonna plan to do an hour every Wednesday, 9 Eastern Standard to 10 Eastern Standard.
Does it have
Is
to
there-
be Eastern Standard Time?
No, I mean, yes, but no. You can convert it however you want to convert it. If you go, hey Google, what time is it? WST's time now. Well, it just tells me what time because I froze. But if you ask Google to translate, like, say, wherever you are in Eastern Standard Time right now, it'll tell you the difference. Google will do it for you. Also, it'll probably listen to everything you say for the next 10 minutes after that.
Sounds about right.
So don't be aware. Be aware. Once you've given Google awake, it now listens for 10 minutes. Unless you've changed that in your privacy settings. But check the video. No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually have a video about that.
You can make a video about that.
I could. Likes and subscribes for that video. Put comments if you want to see the video on how to block Google from having access after the microphone shuts off. Nerd out. Protect your privacy. It's the only thing that's going to be real data. Real valuable one day is going to be your data. That's it. That's all corporations want from us is your data.
They want to know.
Have you seen that? I'm sorry. I'm going to end the stream. Just kidding. Before we get sidetracked.
I mean, like,
So-
it's interesting. You shouldn't end just. What were
Well,
you gonna say?
they're going to have to
World
find out
Series.
next week on.
Remember.